Hello and welcome to this 45-minute Vinyasa practice that is a chill, feel-good Vinyasa for any time of day. You don't need any particular props for your practice, just yourself and your mat. If you like to have props handy, then for sure go ahead. And we'll get started laying down on your back. With your head towards the back of your mat and your feet pointing forward, just come to lay down with your feet together and your knees wide. This is a Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring one hand to rest onto your belly, one hand to rest onto your chest. Just a couple moments to rock your head side to side, soften around your neck and let your head rest nice and heavy into the ground. And once you feel settled, just let your head rest at center. Close your eyes and seal your lips and begin here to wake up your deeper, better breath, breathing in and out through your nose. And take your time with each and every breath here. Make the effort to draw your focus in so that you can notice all the details of how it feels to breathe more deeply right now. Throughout your practice, remember that your breath is your foundation and your guide. If ever your breath becomes short or stuck, please do take the time to modify, to take options, to take rest so that your breath can stay nice and steady. Okay, keep your breath moving. Slide your legs long along your mat and lift your arms up overhead. Take a big stretch out from end to end. And bring your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your legs. Give yourself a nice big hug here. You can rock around a bit, maybe make some circles with your knees. And keep your right knee in, extend your left leg long, interlace your fingers over your right shin. Some deep breath into your belly. And your exhales invite your right knee up and in towards you. And you can move out towards your right shoulder a little bit with your knee as well. And then stay nice and steady with your breath. Bring your hands behind your right thigh. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, kick your right heel up towards the ceiling. So keep this moving. Bend your right knee as you inhale. Kick it up as you exhale. One more like that. Bend your knee, breathe in. Kick it up as you breathe out, and we'll hold a few steady breaths. And use your exhales to invite your right leg up and in towards you. And then bend your left knee, left foot onto your mat. Cross your right ankle onto your left thigh for threading the needle. And reach through and catch a hold of your left leg, either behind your thigh or on your shin. And then use your exhales to invite your left knee in towards you and encourage your right thigh away from you. Soften around your neck and shoulders. And keep your left knee in. Extend your right leg long along your mat. And bring your grip onto your left shin if it wasn't already there. And bring the opposite thumb on top. Switch up your grip. And here with your exhales, invite your left knee up and in. And you can aim it a little more towards your left shoulder if that feels good. Okay, and then hands behind your left thigh. Take a deep breath in. Kick your left heel up with your breath out. Again, bend your knee, inhale. Extend your leg, exhale. One more time, bend your knee, breath in. Kick it up on your breath out, and this time hold for a few deep breaths. Remember, it's totally fine to still have a bend in this knee. You just extend it as much as you can. Bend your right knee, right foot onto your mat. Cross your left ankle to your right thigh. You're threading the needle. Reach through and catch a hold of your right leg, either behind your thigh or onto your shin. Curl your left toes towards your left knee, and just use your exhales to invite your right knee up and in. Soften around your neck and shoulders. It may feel nice to rock your head a bit side to side. Remind your neck it can let go here. Okay, and then let go of your right leg and place both soles of the feet to the floor about mat distance apart. Bring your arms out wide in a T. Take an inhale. Lower your knees to the left and look to the right. Nice and steady here. Come back to center. Breath in. Knees to the right as you look to the left. Come up to center. Inhale. One more each side. Knees to the left. Look to the right. Come back up. Breath in. Knees to the right, look to the left. And come back to center. Inhale. And your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. Hands behind your thighs. Tuck your chin. Rock back to your shoulders as you inhale. Exhale, come forward. We'll meet in a tabletop position. So you can cross your shins and bring your legs behind you, or just swing your legs out to one side. In your tabletop, spread your fingers. Press the ground away. Inhale for a cow spine. Lower your belly, draw your heart forward. Exhale for a cat spine. Round your back, press the ground away. And again, inhale, cow spine, nice and steady. Exhale, cat spine, round your back, empty out. One more like that. Inhale, cow spine, fill up. Exhale into your cat spine, empty out. And come to neutral as you inhale. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog as you exhale. Feel free to pedal out your legs here. You could also shift your hips around or shake out your head. And take any of the movements that help you check in and settle into your downward facing dog. And be sure you're breathing into the sides of your rib cage. Your exhales, make sure you empty out all the way. And then come forward to plank as you inhale. Exhale, lower your knees, bend your elbows, come all the way to the ground. Baby cobra, breathe in, lift your head and heart. Lower back down as you breathe out. Again like that, baby cobra, inhale, keep it nice and smooth. Lower down as you exhale. Last one, baby cobra, breath in. Downward facing dog. As you breathe out, lift your hips up high. Take one deep inhale. Through your mouth, let it go. Lift your heels high, breathe in, look forward. Bend your knees, breathe out, step or walk to the front of your mat. Halfway lift as you inhale, lengthen. Fold as you exhale, empty out. Rise up to standing, inhale, lift your arms all the way overhead. Bring your hands to your heart as you exhale. Soften your shoulders, close your eyes. And just scan your body from the soles of your feet to the crown of your head. You just make this effort to notice your whole body in space. You're always welcome to continue with your eyes closed. We'll move through a few sun salutations. Inhale, lift your arms overhead, stretch up tall. Fold forward as you exhale, long breath out, empty out. Halfway lift on your breath in, lengthen. Plant your hands, step into plank as you breathe out. Lean forward, take a full inhale. Lower all the way to your mat, either through your knees or like a flat board. Baby cobra as you breathe in, lift your head and heart. Downward facing dog. As you breathe out, lift your hips high. And a few steady breaths in your down dog. Spread your fingers, spread your toes. Okay, lift your heels high. Inhale, look forward. Bend your knees, exhale, step or walk to the front of your mat. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Fold as you breathe out. Rise up. Inhale, lift your arms, fill up all the way. Hands to your heart as you exhale, empty out. And again, inhale, reach up, grow tall here. Exhale, fold forward, long breath out. Halfway lift as you inhale, lengthen. Plant your hands, step into plank as you exhale. Lean forward, your full breath in. Don't rush this part. Lower all the way to your mat. Bring it all the way down once again. Baby cobra as you inhale, lift your head and heart. Downward facing dog. As you exhale, lift your hips up high. Press the ground away firmly through your hands and feet. Tilt your sitting bones nice and high towards the sky and spin your inner thighs back just slightly. Okay, lift your heels high, inhale. Bend your knees, exhale, step or walk forward. Halfway lift, breath in. Fold as you breathe out. Rise up to standing. Inhale, lift your arms up. Hands to your heart as you exhale. One more round. Inhale, reach up, fill up. Fold forward. Notice every part of the movement. Halfway lift on your inhale. Plant your hands, step to plank as you exhale. Lean forward, your full breath in. Chaturanga or to your mat, your choice now. Baby cobra or upward facing as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. So always remember the variations of the flow are available to you throughout your practice. Always move in a way that supports your deep, better breath. Yeah, lift your heels high, inhale. Bend your knees, exhale, step or walk forward. Halfway lift, breath in. Fold as you breathe out. Rise up to standing. Inhale, lift your arms up. Hands to your heart as you exhale. Bend your knees, Utkatasana. Breathe in. Behind your back, interlace your fingers, breath out. Lift your heart up as you inhale. Fold forward over long legs, exhale. Take a couple moments here, soften through your neck. Feel free to lean your arms very gently side to side. And then release your fingertips to your mat. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Step to plank as you breathe out. Lean forward, your full inhale. Chaturanga or to your mat. Your back bend, full breath in. Downward facing dog, breathe out, hips high. Lift your right leg behind you, inhale. Step quietly forward as you exhale. Crescent lunge, inhale, rise up. Settle in on your breath out. Come high on your back toes, left hip forward, tailbone down. And you can look forward or you can look up, stay with steady breath. One more deep inhale. Warrior two as you exhale, open up, land your back heel down. Extend in both directions through your fingers. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. And then flip your right palm up, dancing warrior, inhale. Straighten your right leg as you exhale, reach back even further. Inhale, come through standing, glide your upper body forward into triangle, right arm down, your left arm high. You can look down, you can look to the side or up, whatever feels most comfortable on your neck. Then stay with your breath. And left hand to your left hip, look down. Bend your right knee, lean forward into Ardha Chandrasana. Float your back leg up. As soon as that leg leaves the ground, make it strong. Press out through your left heel. Stack your hips, stack your shoulders. You can lift your left arm if you like. And then stay with it, keep breathing. Now look down to your mat. Find warrior two. Very quietly, bend your standing leg. Land your left foot to your mat. Then straighten your right leg, lift your arms up. Inhale. Turn your 10 toes to the side. Bring your hands to your hips. Lift your chest up, deep breath in. Fold forward as you breathe out. Okay, hands to the ground and soften through the back of your neck. You can even give your head a bit of a shake here. Okay, hands under your shoulders as you inhale. Turn your left toes out. Skandasana towards the back of your mat. Bend your left knee, curl your right toes towards the ceiling. A-okay to have your hips lifted quite high here. And wherever you go is perfect. Press your left knee out to the left and then try to open across your chest. Press into your foot, your left foot. Come up through center as you inhale. Hands to the front of your mat, exhale. Three-legged dog, lift your right leg behind you. Bend your knee, open up your hips. Lift your right kneecap high, press the ground away firmly, breathe. And then straighten your legs, square your hips, inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Come forward to plank, breathe in. Chaturanga or to your mat. Lift your heart up, press the ground away firmly. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Left leg behind you, breathe in. Step quietly forward, breathe out. Crescent lunge as you inhale, rise up. Settle in on your exhale. So right hip forward, tailbone down. As you lift your navel, can you also lift your heart up? Find one steady point to look at as you soften your face. One last deep breath in. Warrior two as you breathe out. Open it up. Land your back heel down. Soften all 10 of your toes. Extend in both directions. Soften your shoulders. Lift your chest. Left palm up, dancing warrior, breathe in. Straighten your left leg as you breathe out. Inhale through standing, glide forward, shift your hips back. Left arm down, your right arm high for your triangle. Lift through your right fingers like you're genuinely trying to touch the ceiling. And with your exhales, lean the right side of your rib cage back. Right hand onto your hip, look down. Bend your left knee, lean forward into your Ardha Chandrasana. Float your back leg up. Reach out through your right heel. Pull your chest forward, find length. Then you have option to lift your right arm high. Just make sure you're breathing. Lengthen your exhales and keep breathing like it's no big deal. Gently, gently, find your warrior two. Bend your standing leg, land your right foot down. And then straighten your left leg, lift your arms up, breath in. Turn your 10 toes to the side, arms behind you. Interlace your fingers with the opposite grip from before. Lift your chest up as you inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. And again, soften through the back of your neck. Option to lean your arms gently side to side. Breathe into your chest. And keep the forward fold, hands onto your mat. Lengthen your spine, breath in. Turn your right toes out for Skandasana. Drop your hips towards the back of your mat. Doesn't matter how low you go, just bring it somewhere where you feel something in your hips, maybe through your inner left leg. Couple steady breaths. Open across your chest. Okay, rise up through center, breath in. Hands to the front of your mat, breath out. Three-legged dog, lift your left leg behind you. Bend your knee, open up your hips. Pull your left heel in towards your sitting bone. Lift your left kneecap higher. And straighten your legs, square your hips in. Inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Come forward to plank, breathe in. Lower all the way to your mat with your breath out. Baby cobra, inhale, lift your head and heart. Stay, reach your arms by your sides as you exhale, then lift your legs up as well. Reach back through your big toes, forward through your chest. open up wide across your collarbones. Take one more inhale. Child's pose. As you exhale, hips to your heels and your forehead to your mat. One deep breath in here. Steady breath out. Rise to your tabletop. Inhale. Knees under your hips as you exhale. Cow spine breath in. Draw your heart forward. Cat spine breath out. Round your back. Empty out. Again like that. Inhale, cow spine. Exhale into your cat spine. Come to neutral. Breath in. Downward facing dog. As you breathe out, your hips up high. One deep inhale. Through your mouth, let it go. Right leg behind you as you inhale. Step quietly forward, exhale. Crescent lunge, just the breath in, rise up. Warrior two, as you breathe out, land your back heel down. Dancing warrior, inhale, lift up and back. Come to side angle, modified. Lean forward, forearm to thigh, and bring your left arm by your left ear. If you're feeling really solid here and you want to bring your hand towards the ground, go for it. Just watch you don't start sticking your hips back. You want to keep your chest wide open the whole time. And then be sure you're breathing, right? Your exhales, lean back, open your chest. Okay, stay strong for your legs. Dancing warrior, come all the way up and back with your breath in. Land warrior two as you breathe out. Straighten your right leg, lift your arms up, inhale. Turn your 10 toes to the side, hands to your hips. Lift your chest up, breath in, find focus. Hinge forward as you breathe out. Lengthen your spine with your inhale. Turn your left toes out, Skandasana towards the back of your mat. Stay with it, come up through center as you breathe in. Turn your right toes out, Skandasana towards the front of your mat. Come up through center, inhale. Once again towards your left, towards the back of your mat. Come up to center, breathe in. Hands to the front of your mat, turn your toes for a low lunge, left knee down, untuck your toes. Left hand under your left shoulder, bring your right foot to the right edge of your mat. Right hand to your thigh, chest forward, inhale. Little twist towards the right as you exhale. And you can stay just like this. Option to lift your right arm high. An option to bend your back knee and catch the outside of your foot with your right hand. Lengthen your exhales. Soften your jaw. Soften the space between your eyebrows. Okay. And gently release the grip on your back foot. 2 hands to the inside of your front foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Lengthen your spine, breathe in. Malasana, step to the front of your mat to a low squat. Left foot outside your left hand. Again, totally fine if your hips are a bit higher. Wherever you are, try opening your chest. Option to bring hands to your heart as you press your knees out to the sides. And also an option is to lean a little side to side here. Just soften into it. Okay, bring your hands onto your mat. Straighten your legs and heel toe your feet together. Halfway lift as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Rise up to standing. Inhale, lift your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands through your heart and onto your hips. Stand on your left foot. Bend your right knee out in front of you. Lower your right hip down in line with your left. So square off your hips with the floor. Option to catch your outer right knee Or you can catch your right big toe and extend your leg forward. Watch that you don't round your back, right? Tall spine is the key in this pose. And you might go partway straight. Now as you inhale, lift your chest. As you exhale, bring your right leg to the right. It can still be bent, even catching your big toe. Option to look left, you can extend your left arm. And come back to center as you inhale. We'll go for the twist, left hand to the outside of your right thigh or outside of your right foot with your leg extended. Right hand to your lower back. Just a couple moments here as you balance. Open up wide across your chest. And keep your legs as they are. Come to center, lift your arms, breathe in. Right foot down, hands to your heart, breathe out. Lift your arms overhead. Inhale, nice and smooth. Fold forward, long exhale, empty out. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Step your left foot back as you breathe out. Three-legged dog, lift your right leg behind you. Bend your knee, open up your hips just for the exhale. Straighten your legs, square your hips, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Come forward to plank, inhale. Chaturanga or to your mat. Lift your heart up, roll your shoulders back. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Left leg behind you, breathe in. Step quietly forward, breathe out. Crescent lunge, inhale, rise up. Open warrior two as you exhale. Dancing warrior, breathe in. Side angle, bring it modified first. Forearm to thigh, your right arm by your right ear. And then check in if you reach to the ground. Does your butt stick back? If so, just stay a little higher so you're working this movement in your hips rather than just kind of leaning and compensating, right? Couple more breaths. Dancing warrior, bring it all the way up and back. Breathe in. And warrior two, breathe out. Straighten your left leg, lift your arms up, inhale. Hands to your hips, turn all 10 toes towards the side. Lift your chest up, breathe in. Fold forward from your hips as you breathe out. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Turn your right toes out, Skandasana towards the back of your mat. Bring it up through center, breathe in. Towards the front of your mat, left toes turn out. One more round, come up, breathe in. Right toes out, bend your right knee, breathe out. Come up through center, inhale. Hands to the front of your mat, turn your toes for your low lunge, right knee down, untuck your toes. Right hand under your right shoulder, bring your left foot to the left. Left hand to your thigh, chest forward, inhale. A little twist as you exhale. So again, option to stay. Option to lift your left arm high. Option to bend your back knee, catch the outside of your foot with your hand. As long as you're breathing. Okay, gently release your back foot if you had it. Hands to the inside of your front foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your knee up. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Malasana, step your right foot outside your right hand. Readjust your feet as you need. Option this time is to have your fingertips in front of you and walk them out in front of you as you round through your spine. Soften through the back of your neck in this variation. Okay, walk your hands back in towards you. Straighten your legs, heel toe your feet together. Lengthen your spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Rise up to standing. Inhale, lift your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands through your heart and onto your hips. Nice and steady. Bend your left knee out in front of you. Breathe in. Left hip down in line with your right. And then you can catch your outer knee or you can catch your big toe and extend your leg any amount. Just take the variation that feels steady for you today. And inhale to lift your chest. And left leg to the left as you exhale. Watch your hip doesn't swivel. You want just your leg moving, so press your left hip down and forward. You can look right, you can extend your right arm. Not long here, you got it. Come back to center, breathe in, stay focused, find your twist. Right hand to the outside of your thigh or outside of your foot, left hand to your lower back as you create your twist. Breathe into your belly. You got this. Keep your legs as they are. Come to center. Breathe in. Left foot down, hands to your heart. Let it go. Lift your arms overhead. Inhale. Fold forward, long exhale. Halfway, lift breath in. Step your right foot back on your breath out. Three-legged dog, your left leg behind you. Bend your knee, open your hips just for the exhale. Straighten your legs, square your hips, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Come forward to plank, inhale. Lower all the way to your mat with your exhale. Baby cobra, breath in. Again, arms by your sides, palms face down. Lift your legs up as well. Open up across your chest. Pull your collarbones forward. Reach your inner legs back. One more inhale. Child's pose with your exhale. Hips to your heels, forehead to your mat. A deep breath in. Longer breath out. Tabletop inhale. Knees under hips with your exhale. Cow spine breath in, your heart forward. Cat spine breath out, round your back. Come to neutral as you inhale. And walk your knees up to the front of your mat for hero's pose. You can have big toes touch knees wide, or you can have knees together, feet apart, sit between your feet. And then lean back onto your hands. Lift your hips, tilt your tailbone forward and sit back down. You can stay lower to your forearms or to the back of your shoulders, just as long as your knees stay more or less connected to your mat as you lower. So if you come all the way back, you have the option to lift your arms overhead. Bring yourself to a depth where you can still breathe. And breathe well. Okay, and bring your arms by your sides, catch your shins, lift to your forearms and then to your hands. And once you're upright, bring your knees and feet together, just sit onto your heels for a couple deep breaths. Lift your chest, lift the crown of your head. And then lean forward just enough that you can bring your feet hip distance. Tuck your toes under and sit back onto your heels. We'll move through a couple rounds of a rolling camel. You can always watch the first round if you're not familiar with it. Right hand onto your right heel. As you inhale, sweep your left arm out in front of you, lift your hips, press them forward, and reach your left arm back. And as you exhale, reverse that movement, come all the way down. Left hand to left heel. Inhale, right arm out in front of you, press your hips forward, reach your right arm back. And exhale, reverse the movement, come back down. Same again, left arm out in front, press your hips forward as much as you can. And then exhale to bring it all the way back down. Other side, right arm in front as you press your hips forward, lift your heart. And bring it all the way back. One more each side. Inhale, left arm up and back. Exhale, bring it all the way back down. Inhale, right arm up, across, and back. Exhale, bring it all the way back down. And come to tabletop as you inhale. Downward facing dog. As you exhale, lift your hips up high. Take a deep breath in. Through your mouth, let it go. Right leg behind you, inhale. Pigeon, right knee to the back of your right wrist. Slide your left leg back. You can always stay lifted here or use an exhale to come forward and rest your forehead down. Soften your neck, soften your shoulders. And walk your hands back up underneath your shoulders. Lean onto your right hip, swing your left leg out in front of you. Left leg long, step your right foot outside your left thigh. Right arm behind you, lift your left arm up, breathe in. And take a twist to the right, either elbow outside your thigh or wrap your arm around your leg. A few nice big breaths into your belly. Use your exhales to twist. Inhale, come back through center. Pause or a little counter twist just by placing your hands to the side, to the left. And then cross your shins, plant your hands, downward facing dog. Step back, lift your hips up high. Left leg behind you with your inhale. Swing through knee to the back of your left wrist. Slide your right leg back. You can stay lifted or come forward with an exhale. And then soften around your neck and shoulders. Always remember you can move your head around anytime just to help remind your neck to soften. Walk your hands back up under your shoulders. Lean onto your left hip, swing your right leg out in front of you. Right leg long, left foot to the outside of your right thigh. Left arm behind you, lift your right arm up, breathe in, and take your twist. And come back through center with an inhale. You pause or your little counter twist if you did the first side. And bring your feet together and your knees wide. Tuck your chin to your chest and round your spine forward. Option to lift to your fingertips and walk your fingertips forward. And from there, if you like, you could walk your fingertips a little bit side to side. Very gentle movement if you are doing this. After a couple times to each side, if you're moving, settle at center. And with an inhale, come up towards seated. And close your knees together, place your feet about hip distance apart. And reach your arms in front of you, make fists with your hands, round your spine. So the last little bit of hard work here, hug your abdomen in and slow motion, roll yourself down to lay onto your back. And you really have this goal of coming down one vertebra at a time, creating movement for your spine and strength to support that movement, supporting your spine. The last thing to land will be your head. And bring your knees towards you for a happy baby. You can hold your feet, your ankles, or your shins. A little rock side to side if you like. Maybe extend one leg, then the other. And together, take one more deep inhale. Shavasana as you exhale. And take the time to readjust as you need so that you feel comfortable here. And tuck your shoulder blades underneath you so your palms face up. And then soften around your neck so your head rests nice and heavy into the ground. Soften your face. And enjoy your Shavasana. I will leave you here so you can take as long as you like in your Shavasana. Enjoy it. And when you do move out of this pose, as always, remember to do so quietly and with awareness. Thank you so much for taking this time to move, to be in your body with focus. Have an awesome rest of your day. Namaste.